Hi, I'm Amy Barasch, the new Executive Director of Her Justice. Last Thursday, we held our 5th annual stair climb to end domestic violence. It's kind of like a vertical corporate challenge. Our record-setting 1,300 climbers registered, our biggest crowd ever. Whether you climbed, donated, or cheered our climbers on, thank you so much for your incredible show of support. I may be new to Her Justice, but I'm not new to the issue of domestic violence. I've worked in this field most of my professional life. I started as a family court lawyer, joined the New York City Mayor's office where I became the first director of the Brooklyn Family Justice Center, and then I moved up to Albany to run the state's office for the prevention of domestic violence. I've represented victims of domestic violence in court, drafted legislation to assist them, and designed programs to serve them. It's sometimes hard to understand the scale of this problem, so let me put it into New York City terms. Those of you who climbed 43 floors last week took 860 steps. That's only a little more than one step for every domestic violence call the New York City Police Department gets every day, a skyscraper's worth of calls. And the research tells us that at least half of all partner violence doesn't even get reported to the police. So that's another skyscraper's worth of violence at home every day. Yet despite the prevalence of domestic violence, it often feels as though no one sees it. How do we manage to overlook 2 skyscrapers in our midst day after day? 1 in 4 women are victims. Can you imagine not noticing if 1/4 of your friends suddenly disappeared? How can we not see them? Recently, though, it seems as though everyone's talking about domestic violence. The good part of that is that for a while at least, domestic violence is not invisible. The video footage of NFL player Ray Rice made us see domestic violence, made us see what usually happens in private and out of sight. But for all of that conversation, there's very little discussion of what to do about it. It's too easy to point at the NFL and say they should change. And don't get me wrong, they should and they will. But given the number of people who are hurt by their intimate partners, this is a crisis that reaches far beyond the NFL, far beyond Major League sports, right into our own communities and living rooms. Now, during Domestic Violence Awareness Month, it's time to see, but also to do something. By supporting Her Justice, you ensure that thousands of women get the vital legal services so that they escape abuse, stay united with their children, escape deportation, and have enough money to thrive. Climbers took thousands of steps with us to help make sure we don't have to wait for another Ray Rice video to put an end to domestic violence. The services Her Justice provides, in partnership with many of you, put the power of New York behind these determined women and make sure that they are seen. As one of our clients said recently about her attorneys, they gave me the financial means to start a new life. But the money isn't the most important thing. It's the freedom they've given me to start a new life with self-respect and dignity. Because of you, over 7,000 women and children each year are seen as the determined survivors they are. Thank you for making this possible. We couldn't do it without you.